This morning, a woman is dead after a crash involving a fire truck near Madison, Indiana. According to Indiana State Police, it happened Saturday morning around 8:30 along Clifty Hollow Road on Hanover Hill. A firefighter was clearing dried mud on the roadway. Preliminary reports say that the firefighter left that scene going eastbound in the westbound lane. The fire truck hit a Toyota RAV4 head-on in the westbound lane. The woman driving that truck died at the scene. ISP says that they are investigating and waiting for a toxicology report back from the firefighter, who was not injured. ISP says it does not believe alcohol or drugs played a factor in this crash. Over in New Albany, police are investigating after they found a person dead in their car on Saturday. Not much is known at this time, but New Albany police say that they found the person along State Street. They also say it's unclear how the person died, but they don't suspect foul play. We will keep you updated on air and at WHAS11.com as we learn more. A chemical spill in West Louisville shut down part of the Waterson for hours on Saturday and caused a shelter-in-place order. PRP Fire said first responders received a call around 10 a.m. of a chemical spill at the MSD plant on Bells Lane. When they arrived, they found a peracetic acid leaking in the back of the facility. WHAS 11's Alexis Jones and Elijah McKenzie talked with a concerned neighbor and have an update on that spill.
The unpleasant smell throughout parts of West Louisville has finally died down. Though officials say the chemical leak is now under control, residents are left with lingering questions.
What's actually in the air at the moment?
A common concern after Saturday's chemical spill. Kevin Offit says he was heading to work when he got an alert on his phone to seek shelter. While rushing indoors, he couldn't help but notice an awful odor.
A little sewage smell, if I had to say. So I grabbed my stuff out the car and I went in, didn't go back out. Even after I received the alert, this is my first time being back outside since then.
Thankfully, Offit isn't experiencing any symptoms, but he says he's still worried for the public safety.
How does something just go off in the air and then just evaporate that fast?
According to PRP Fire Chief Jason Myman, his team used water to minimize the chemical reaction. Though he's unsure of the potential threat, he says no one has been affected just yet.
We're doing air monitoring throughout the community, and our instruments have determined that there has not been anything that has left the site. So currently, there should be no impact to the community.
MSD is still working to determine how much peracetic acid was released into the air and what caused it to leak. In the meantime, Offit says he'll continue to move with caution until officials can answer these burning questions.
You know, how are y'all for certain it is out of the air? And also just, you know, what ways do they think they could keep something from like this happening again?
In Louisville, Alexis Jones, WHAS 11 on your side.
It has been nearly 4 months since the mass shooting at Old National Bank. 5 innocent lives were taken that day, including Dina Eckhart, who worked at the bank since 2016. Saturday, she was honored by the Alzheimer's Association of Kentucky and Indiana. Eckhart was a regular volunteer for that association. In fact, the organization renamed a meeting space at its headquarters, saying it wanted to keep Eckhart's name and spirit alive.
We are here to honor and celebrate her legacy with the sign that we've put up, and it'll be on our Google ads that it'll say, if you have a meeting in our community room, it will say you're meeting in the Dina Eckhart community room. And we really want people to walk up and say, what is that sign? Who was Dina? And we want to continue to share her legacy and her enthusiasm and her passion and her great smile.
8 other people were also injured during the mass shooting, including LMPD officer Nicholas Wilt, who you see on your screens right there. In fact, it's been more than a week since Officer Wilt returned home from the hospital, and all week long, the city of St. Matthews celebrated Wilt Week. The celebration raised more than $170,000, which will go to help Officer Wilt and his family during his recovery.
You know, I think right now he's still in recovery mode, still trying to readjust to the world a little bit, but I think his family's going to be blown away when they see the support and the love that's come behind these last few days and through the festival today.
St. Matthews announced the total money raised at Saturday's Potato Festival. The event honors the history of the city as the former potato capital of the world.